Hello everyone, it's Jamal Thomas. Welcome to the Progressive Soapbox. This one is going to be quick, so I thought this one was funny. Donna Brazile. My Democratic friends are mad at me. Donna Brazile explains herself in deep left San Francisco. This is Los Angeles Times. They were having a conversation with Donna Brazile. She's hawking her book. And she's, telling them about things that happened. But this very specific part. Where is it? Yeah, praising her and everything. Right here. They're mad at me because I said we should never have a campaign where one candidate chooses how to spend money for a political party before she is the nomination, Brazile says. During the hour-long book tour event, Brazile also took a shot at the Democratic National Party's hyper-focus on pivotal swing states during presidential races, saying the party raised nearly $1 billion and it was spent on a handful of states. Now, Brazile is right about this, by the way. She's right. I just want to pick a point. This is recent. They're mad at me because I said we should never have a campaign where one candidate chooses how to spend money for a political party before she is the nominee, Brazile said. So when Brazile was in the morning talk shows, and they asked her about, well, you said the process was rigged. Did you? I never said, honey. Honey. I never said the process was rigged. I never said the process was rigged. I said the cancer. I said the cancer. It is shameful. It is shameful. She was out there brilliant the day before. Yes, they cheated. I was the head of the DNC chair. I saw what was taking place. Hillary Clinton had control of the apparatus itself. I called Bernie Sanders and said, yes, Sanders. Essentially, the Senate structure is... I don't have to put up the Senate structure. Donna Brazile, it was a shameful backtrack. How do you backtrack from that? You're impeaching your own testimony? Oh, that's shameful. It's shameful. So explain to me, Donna. Explain to me. If a candidate has control of the party apparatus before they actually exceed the primary, how is that not cheating? How is that not the process being rigged for that particular candidate? Do you believe that the process can remain impartial and have one person or one campaign in charge of the apparatus? What you're saying flies in the face of what you said the other day when you were trying to backtrack. That's all. Look, Donna Brazile is right about this part, though. She noted that her home state of Louisiana didn't receive party funding for organizer voter registration campaigns or hire political strategists. Brazile said Democratic victories in Tuesday's elections, including the hotly contested governor race in Virginia, proved that the party can win races in every state. We have to become relevant. We have to run candidates at every level, said Brazile, who wants the party to active in all 50 states. We have ceded too much ground to the Republicans in the South. She criticized the Democratic Party for courting young voters at election time, then allowing them to drift away after the ballots cast. Brazile also said the Democratic Party should treasure veteran politicians such as Nancy Pelosi and Senator Feinstein, but it also needs to make room for the younger generation candidates. Otherwise, the party will disintegrate. The bench is shrinking, she said. I don't want Dianne Feinstein and Nancy Pelosi of the world to leave the room. I want them to scoot over. I like that. Political to the end. I don't want them to leave. I just want them to scoot. Bring in more room. Those young people drifted away because you cheated their guy, by the way. Not cheating. There's one step to that. A radically transparent process is one step to that. And not purging people who didn't necessarily support a particular agenda is one step to that. I'm sorry, you guys have failed. And there's a fundamental question in the way you guys run your politics. If you're going to run in all 50 states, how are you going to afford it? Who's going to pay for that? Are you going to get more donors? And if you're getting more donors, you understand that that's a paradox. You can't have it both ways. You can't have the donors and expect the left to put you in office in this way. Meaning you're going to bleed voters the more money that you pull into the party, and the more money the further you slide to the right. How do you get people to trust you again when those people no longer trust you? Now, you may be able to scare them, don't get me wrong, but that's different than being who you are and getting them to vote to who you are. From a political standpoint, though, she's right. I don't understand why I don't understand how you can have half the country that don't vote, and the party just looks at it as, oh well, they don't vote. They don't vote. Oh well, we just fight for the 49% that does. Wait a minute. There's 50% of the party. If you expand your playing field by 10%, that's a landslide. That's a landslide. They don't think of it that way. They don't think of it that way. I would say that the Democratic Party's problem is twofold. One, it's hugged identities so strenuously that it's alienated the white vote. Now, the reason they do this is because talking about economics and class flies in the face of their donors. That rabid donor that was pissed off at Democrats because they mentioned millionaires and billionaires, he's foaming at the mouth. How dare they say billionaire, millionaire? How dare they? He's like clenching his teeth. I will close my wallet if you say that again. I called Chuck Schumer. I called Nancy Pelosi, and I gave them a piece of my mind. Think about that. Think about that. This guy has all the money in the world, and he's still foaming at the mouth at these guys mentioning anything to do with class and had their phone numbers. I'd close my wallet. So you can understand the dilemma. This guy has us on a leash, meaning there's only but so far we can go. How can you have an actual left if this is your restraint, if this is your limit? This foaming at the mouth plutocrat is the limits that you can go. That's the guy that holds your leash. That's the guy that holds your purse strings. Yeah, the party needs to change. Donna Brazile isn't not wrong on this. Question becomes, what is it going to change into? And I would say if that guy continues to hold the reins, then no, you're not going to get that youth vote. Yeah, those people are going to wander away. And the more money that you guys take in, the further to the right you go, the more people you bleed away. These people are screaming for a third party. Yes, right now it's threats, but you understand that at a certain point it's not going to be threats. You're going to lose the unions. You've already lost the unions to some degree. These guys are calling for a new party. You have a Bernie Sanders party. Bernie Sanders is out there punching you in every moment. You are under attack. You failed. Virginia is not enough. You're under attack. Our Revolution, Justice Democrats, Brand New Congress, all of these lefty groups are coming for your head. And in 2020, there's a war. Winter's coming. Donna Brazile, believe it or not, tried to do you a favor, and you guys didn't take her up on that favor. She put a shiv in Hillary Clinton, Obama, and Deborah Wasserman Schultz. She thought herself to be a loyal soldier that's tried to save the party by throwing some people overboard. You made her backtrack. Oh, you shouldn't have did that. You're at war with people's reality. People realize that you've cheated. You believe that because you're moving forward. They don't realize it. They do. And every time you lie, every time you say, oh, we're moving forward, there's a faction. There are millions in this country that don't see you moving forward. They see you through the context of 2016. Yeah, I like Donna Brazile finally owning up to this. They're mad at me because I said one person should not have control of the apparatus before the primaries were over with. So Donna Brazile now backtracking on her backtrack. That's awesome. That is awesome. I will leave it at that. Alright guys, if you enjoyed the content, feel free to share, like, subscribe, and of course, you can always support the Patreon. Thanks guys.